Good evening, Greg here. Burn at both ends, burning on the back end of Thursday. It is 11:39 p.m. Pacific. It is the 17th of January 2019. Already halfway through the first month, and just want to light up a conversation tonight about just how awesome this year is going to be, and just how, my 9 to 5, my side hustle are just really doing well, really crushing them. I'm really excited about what's going on. So we will start with Fundraise Up, my side hustle. So started with Fundraise Up in August and did a lot of good work last year, built a really good foundation. I'm also starting to learn about kind of the yearly cycle for nonprofits. So really starting in fall or into summer, I guess, is kind of tough because a lot of nonprofits, right? Most of the giving most of the giving occurs in December, and so it's kind of tough to kind of get in and start talking about trying something new in the fall, just because a lot of folks are kind of executing the plan that they've been working on all year, but still they all want to hear about ways to increase donations. A lot of them kicked our conversations to this month, to January, February. So picking those up and starting to have some great conversations, and especially I'm looking at universities. Fundraising is a big deal with universities, as you can imagine, and it's interesting because their donor list is their alumni list, which is a very unique kind of list compared to like a Red Cross or other types of nonprofits that just kind of don't have they have a dedicated list, but a university, it's a little bit more special, and it grows from the younger side, which is the primary, not primary, but which is what mostly makes up the digital donor customer segment, right? Younger folks on their phones giving $20, $50, $100 and then getting back to their Instagram, and so that's a very unique compared to other nonprofits. And also universities, they just handle lots of money, and so it's also a very good customer from a revenue standpoint for the company. So, and then the other thing is that a lot of universities typically have, when you go to their sites, there's lots of areas to give, and it can be rather confusing. And so I think that our the fact that with our product you can configure multiple widgets, I think that would lend itself to a lot of tracking of different types of widgets to different programs, and I just think that we are really geared up for a university-like platform as far as development goes. There's a big conference, the Case District 2 conference in Philadelphia at the end of March. I'm hoping to go to that as an attendee, and just see what happens. So I'm talking to a few universities right now. And I'm just excited for the next couple months to see if one of them wants to give it a shot, because I really think that we can do great things for them. And then as far as the 9 to 5 goes, project management. So these two projects are rolling along real nicely. We are having some challenges with these large procurements, but it was kind of to be expected a little bit. And at the end of the day, I think we're in good shape, because we want to be really, really, really sure of ourselves when we buy these, several $1 million in hardware, that when we pull the trigger and it shows up a year later, it's what we actually want. So, and there are so many details, and I find that, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of Gary Vee, a little aside, but the whole self-awareness thing, what are my strengths? And my strengths are really organization, clarity, right? With clarity, we can sequence. With sequencing, now we can get into action. This is my superpower. This is what I've learned, and I'm really leveraging that skill set in this position. It's a lot of organization, a lot of follow-ups, a lot of meeting with the experimentalists, the scientists, and meeting with the technicians, and really getting people's opinions about things, and having conversations, and having patience with things, because there's so much going on that we all have good intentions, but a lot of times some details will slip through the cracks. And I find that circling back and reminding folks and having a conversation even a second and third time is really beneficial, because all of a sudden either a light will go on and someone will have an idea, I didn't think about this, but this is going to be important for that thing, so don't buy that one, buy this one, or whatever it is, or just stuff comes up and it's very interesting. And I find that I've been working on patience a lot. Deploying patience is critical. Deploying empathy is critical. It's really helped me out, because it can be really easy to get let impatience get the best of me, and then end up irritated, frustrated, and that's just such a waste of energy. And so I'm really thrilled that I'm handling that very well, and I've been doing a lot of work on that since 2017ish, and so it's really paying off right now, and I'm really thrilled about that. So thanks, Gary V, for the self-awareness, self-audit situation. Double down on your strengths, and that's definitely what I'm doing right now. And I'm just I have to say, having a good time doing it. So, because producing a lot of good work products, really, I think the team is really appreciating the work that I'm doing, and that's a big deal. I think that's really a big deal, appreciation. So that's the 9 to 5, and then let's see. I think that's about it for tonight. Not a long thing. I'm not going to be posting as often as I had been in the past. Maybe just a few times a week, as opposed to like every night. And one of the realizations is that as much as I love the posting, it is quite a time commitment, and I find that I really want to make sure I hit the work that I need to get done, and not just religiously post just for the sake of posting. Not that it's a crazy amount of time, but it's easily a half an hour, 40 minutes just to from start to finish. And I find that there's a lot of times where I'd rather use that time to send out a few more emails for Fundraise Up, do a little bit more pipe drive work. That's our CRM. Do a little bit more. Now I'm doing our Twitter account. I'm psyched about that. Got the buffer account set up, so maybe, not send out a few more tweets, but we're in this process now with Peter where he's approving the tweets, and, until he kind of trust my opinion on how to run the account, and I totally want to honor that, because that's very important. Trust is very important, and so I'd rather spend that half an hour, 40 minutes, just kind of grinding it a little bit harder on the side hustle, or if I have to do some 9 to 5 work in the evening, or in the morning. So the posts won't come as often, but they'll still come. And so super psyched. Just going to be a good year. This is going to be a very strong year on the side hustle, on the 9 to 5, and it's still a very head down kind of really grind hard situation, right? We had a little break during the holidays, but now we're back to the grind, and one of my goals right now is I want to sign up 10 companies in the next 30 days. I think that's a lofty goal, but figure might as well put it out there. And then I'm back to kind of sending out 2 touches a day to get connections with nonprofits, whether it's a direct touch or an indirect touch. That's my goal, is 2 a day, and just a lot of patience and persistence in the middle of it all. So this is my story of being an aspiring entrepreneur. This is the things I'm trying, things I'm tasting, things I'm executing on. Want to become a practitioner. Really want to really want to get in the trenches and try all this stuff. So and I'm really psyched to see how the Twitter thing goes. I think that's going to be awesome. I think once I start really kind of getting the process down with Peter, and then start digging into Twitter and start searching and start finding these conversations, I think it's going to be pretty awesome. So subscribe if you like what you hear. Comment down below. Please give me some feedback. Would love to hear about it. And if I can help in any way, please ask. I'll do my best. And that's about it. So the beat in the background, G Money is my alter ego. I write these beats. They're on SoundCloud. Check them out. There's a link down below. And then that heartbeat that I say wrote. It's such a simple beat. I think by saying the word I wrote a beat, or I wrote this song, is kind of overkill. But the heartbeat, I'm really digging it. I've been listening to it at work, just on repeat. It's a 40-minute beat, so every 40 minutes it just kicks over, and it slowly builds if you listen to it. I have to say, I like it. Well, I like it because I made it, of course, but I really like it for working because it's just in the background. It just kind of keeps going, and it's not something that I find I'm singing along to, like any kind of other music where I'll stop and listen because I like this part, or I like this song, so I'll listen to it. I just find that it just kind of keeps going in the background, and it's just really good energy going. And especially when the congas come in and just kind of nice rock. So really digging it. So I'd say give it a listen while you're working. Tell me what you think. So I want to write more beats like that, more kind of very simple, slow building, whether they build up or down or kind of roller coaster or whatever they are, but like long, like 40 minutes, hour beats that are intended to like work to. I wonder if folks would enjoy that. So might be more of those coming out. So there is a link down below to the heartbeat, so check it out. And I will wrap there. So psyched to get some sleep. Y'all get some rest tonight. Wake up tomorrow, Friday. Crush it, inspire folks, do great things, be kind, light it up, and I will catch you later.